Hi everybody, it's a beautiful morning in Central Portugal and I'm excited to bring you part 3 of my shower series where I attempt to turn the darkest, dingiest corner of my house into a beautiful shower using natural materials and natural building techniques. So let's just get straight into it. There's a lot of different stuff in this video and I'll check in again at the end. It's a new day and the rain is back, which is glorious news because I haven't watered anything in a really long time, and I was starting to get a little worried about my trees. I have most definitely been neglecting my watering duties, so I'm happy to have the rain back, giving the land a nice soak, so I can continue to neglect my watering duties. So I'm gonna get what I need, and I'm gonna push on with trying to get this window in. That's my first task. So let's get going on that. I've been pretty good about stashing the stuff I need out of the rain. Got the wood I'm gonna be using there. Got my lime tucked away out of the rain, but accidentally I left my little window frame outside, so I might chop this off and bring it in to dry. So chipping off this and this will allow the window to sit in, but I still also want to get rid of all this rock here so that I can get a little more light. And then I'm gonna have to do kind of an edge, whatever the size of the wood ends up being, so I can recess it in a little bit so that it fastens into the wall nice and securely. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do that yet. It's probably easier with the angle grinder. But first, let's get this window in place. Let's get this big mass of rock out of the way, and then I'll move on to the next stage after that. Yeah. I'm gonna put my camera on charge, but this is what it looks like right now. And hopefully fairly soon we'll have a nice clean view to the outside and space for the window. So moment of truth, I'll try to put the window in. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit. I'll probably still do some drilling and opening up of the outside a little bit, but that can come later on. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with this wooden frame or how to fit it in, but, oh, what are you doing? Why are you clawing me? Mikey's not getting any attention because I'm giving all of my attention to my drill, my new favorite thing in the world. So I'm excited. Let's try to put this window in to this hole and see if it fits and see what it looks like. It fits! And it opens. I really like that. I think it looks cool. So as with everything I do, the window needs a little bit more thought. I'm gonna contemplate over breakfast. I haven't had breakfast yet. It's been a very full morning. And then I think I'm gonna switch gears after breakfast and start working on building up this wall section here, which is the part of this whole job that I'm most looking forward to. I haven't really done a wall section before in Wattles and daub, and I'm excited to give it a try. I'm also really excited to close off this corner and close off the shower so that I can start finishing the final shower wall. So working on this wall is gonna really change, I think, how the space looks and feels, and anytime I can work on something that really changes the look of the house in a big way, it's good, because otherwise it just feels like you're doing all these little things and nothing's actually moving along. But once I get this done, or even started, I'll feel like I'm actually pushing things forward. So after breakfast, we're gonna get started on this wall. So Mikey, I'm going to be rendering this very soon, and you will not be allowed to jump up here. I don't want any cat footprints. Do you hear me? Do you understand? Do you understand? I'll do what I want. What do you think of the window? Think it would be a good cat door? I need a closer look. Think it's a cat door? Go on, give it a try. Go on, yeah. You can do it. You can do it. Go on. You're almost there. You're almost there. What if I take the window out? What if I take the window out? How about now? Look, it's easier now. Give it a try. I feel like I might need to incorporate some kind of a little step here so that Mikey can get in and out and it can be a cat door. Because I'm worried about putting a cat door in the actual front door because there's so many other cats that roam around and just wander into the house uninvited. But I wonder if it's up here, if they'll know where it is. I could put kind of a screen on the outside that has sort of slats in it that the cat can get through, like a cat door. I have some ideas because this guy, he's very demanding and wakes me up a lot in the night because he wants to go out on adventures. So if you can let yourself in and out, that would be very convenient for me. That would be better for me. Go on. Go on. Yay! I don't think you can turn around. You're gonna have to go out. Hello? You can get down. Come on. Come on, jump down. What are you gonna do? Can't turn around, dude. Come on. You got this. Yeah! Okay, I think I have an unconventional cat door. I'll have to do something so he feels more comfortable getting through the round window, which is a bit smaller, but this could be a convenient entry and exit for my little buddy. What do you think? It's a cool little door for you, isn't it? Did you like that? Can you get back in? Is it only an exit? I think it's probably only an exit at this stage. What do you think? All right, it's cold out. I'm gonna go back inside. See you later. So as I've been working on the window, I've found myself sort of leaning on this accidentally, and it does want to move this way. And since I'm gonna be basically putting wood across this part here and pushing quite hard against it from both sides, I really need this to be very secure. So I've made a couple more holes similar to what I've done here, and I've got these two sort of stakes that I've made that will hopefully accomplish the same thing. So I'm gonna get my hammer and bash those guys in. Okay, these seem like they're in pretty securely. The thing doesn't want to wobble back and forth. I'm going to be cutting these off as close to the edge of the timber as I possibly can, but there's no need to do that right now. So I'll just leave these in, and it'll be a nice amount of support for when I start working on rendering the wall that doesn't yet exist. But I've decided that the wall can wait. I got a lot of stuff done this morning, and I've been working a whole lot this week without many breaks. So I'm taking the afternoon off. The rain has let up. It's actually a really nice day out there. It's not too cold at all. And I'm going to go meet some friends and their dogs and go for a walk. So that's my plan for this afternoon. I'm going to take you guys along for the walk with me, and the wall can wait until tomorrow.
Go, go, go. He's like a little showman.
Hello. Hi. Hi. Hi, Pen. So I'm up on the ladder, and this little guy's come up to join me. You gonna hang out with me today at work? Okay. What are you doing up there? You're just watching me. It's unsettling. Hello again. It's not tomorrow, it's a few days later. I've been busy with a few things around my homestead. I've put a little bit of clay on the wall in the shower. I've done some pointing outside. I've done some socializing. So I've been a bit busy these past couple of days, but I'm ready to get started on this wattle and daub wall in the panel behind me. It's a bit of a weird idea, so I'm going to try to walk you through my vision for this. So this space here, along with this space here, this is my pointer stick, will eventually be sort of clay rendered panels. So you can still see the wood coming through on the sides, and it'll just look like a big solid mass of clay that's nicely rendered. I might have some shelving. I haven't really decided what to do on this side. I'll probably do some kind of glass bottles or something so that the light shines through to the bathroom from the outside. I haven't decided the actual finished product for these things yet, but what I'm working on right now is going to be this panel here. And I'll be using a super old-timey technique called wattle and daub. Wattle and daub is where you generally use sticks or weaving, woven kind of hazel or something like that, willow. In this case, I'm using just these flat pieces because I want a flat finish. Imagine there's just a whole bunch of these guys all the way top to bottom, kind of attached in here, some way that I haven't figured out yet. Probably about maybe 4 centimeters apart or so, going all the way up and down. And then you put the clay onto these things. So I'm going to want to recess it in a little bit so that I have space to build the clay out. And then on this side, where I have my beautifully messy shower, I want to build the lime out to be quite thick so that water doesn't really get through it at all. So I'll put kind of wooden packers there so that the wattles are out farther. And then, yeah, I'll just continue building up both sides, and they'll meet somewhere in the middle. It'll be part clay on one side and part lime on the other. And that's the kind of unorthodox part. But I'm medium confident that this will work, and all I can do is try, and if it fails, I'll just think of something else. But I can't really think of any reason why this won't work. So I'm going to start building up the wattles and see how far I get today. So I was going to use this as a spacer, but I actually think that leaves too little space. I'd like to get up a little higher. Or would I? I don't know. I just don't know. So I cut myself some spacers. This is about 1.5 times the height of what it was before. It doesn't matter so much that it's super evenly spaced or even parallel as it goes up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but this is just going to help me speed along through what's going to be, I suspect, a very, very slow process. So it's a time-saving thing. That looks a bit better. So I'm being super indecisive about this. I guess that's the part of the joy of doing something for the first time. I'm going to switch things up. I'm not going to start from the lime side of the shower. I'm going to start from the clay side. The reason being, the clay has straw in it, and so with the gaps a little wider, you can sort of get the straw in there and it all holds in place a little better. The lime is just lime and sand, so it'll want to sneak through those big gaps. And then once the clay is in place on the front side, that then gives the lime something to press up against on the other side so that it doesn't just want to slump out and fall everywhere. It'll be kind of caught by the clay. And so yeah, I've changed my mind. I thought I had a plan. I did not. It'll work, I think, but I think this will work better. And so I'll switch things up, start from the clay side. It's going to be done in a slightly different way, but the concept is exactly the same. Just quickly, the difference between the two sides is that the clay side will be sort of lodged in the interior of this beam. So I have to be quite precise with my measurements when I'm cutting these pieces. It's not completely equal the whole way up. It gets a bit wider at the top, I think. So not only do I need to cut each piece to size, I also have to recess it in so that the clay has enough space to build up, and then have a final clay plaster over top as well. So this is probably going to be in maybe around there. I'll draw a line and then line all those up so I have a fairly flat surface to work with. So the clay side is a little bit more finicky than the other side, but I have a plan. So these are all slightly different lengths, and I need a piece that's just a little bit longer. I only have these 4 pieces right now, so I have to cut a whole bunch more. So after some thought, I give you plan number 75. I'm going to bolt this thing, or screw this thing onto this piece, and then I'm just going to screw these pieces in from the front. It's going to be so much easier, so much quicker. The problem is that I seem to be on a mission to murder all of my drill bits. This is my last drill bit of the correct size, so if I break this bad boy, that's work over for the day. So fingers crossed I can keep them alive as I screw through these guys. I have to pre-drill because otherwise the screws will split this wood because it's quite thin and sort of flimsy. So let's see if I can get this done. And now this. So I guess I'll just attach the drill and try to get it off using that. Of course, it's in a super awkward location as well. Don't know if this will work. Feels like it won't work, but we'll see. All right. Please don't break. Yay! Finally, what a massive pain in the neck. Yeah, when you're down to your last drill bit, you do what you gotta do. So I'm not feeling massively confident based on my start, but I'm gonna keep going and try to get these 2 pieces attached. And so on, and so on, and so on. I'll just keep at it. I have to cut more of these shorter lengths. I'm happy I've changed up my strategy. This is going well. The drill bit has survived. So I'm just going to crack on with that for the rest of today. I've got a lot to make to fill this space. And I'll check in again tomorrow when I have all the pieces ready. And I'll continue to assemble the wall, hopefully to the very top. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning from a brand new day. Today is hopefully going to be the day that I take these little guys and keep adding and keep adding and keep adding and end up with a wall section. It won't be rendered in this video, but hopefully I'll get all these slats in place in preparation for rendering it very soon. But first, before I start on that, I want to take you guys up top so that I can stuff the top section between the roof and the top of the wall with lime. That's just in preparation for finishing it off with clay. I can't really go with clay all the way to the top of the wall until the lime has a chance to dry. I wouldn't really feel like I've finished the shower if I don't also finish this wall of the bathroom, so I'm hoping just to get this whole section finished. And that means that I have to stuff that with lime, so let's do that now. Actually, let me take that back. I just mixed up a batch of lime, and as often happens with a new batch, it's a little bit too soupy. So I'm gonna work on the wall instead, which is great because that's what I really want to work on, and then I can do the lime later on in the day when it has a chance to dry out. Well, crap. I broke my drill bit. I'm sure I can find something else that will work. I'm going to the big city on Wednesday to the hardware store so I can definitely stock up on the right size drill bits because I seem to really enjoy breaking them. So let me go look for some bits, I guess. So I either have bits that are a little bit bigger than I want to use, or I have concrete drill bits of the right size, but I feel like using a concrete drill bit in wood, does that seem bonkers? Would that work? Only one way to find out, I guess. Let's give it a try. That seems fine. Concrete drill bit saves the day. All right, onward and upward, I guess. So this piece is a little bit too long. I've got to cut it short, and I've also got to make about 5 or 6 more pieces to finish this bad boy off. I'm really happy with how it's going. It feels really sturdy, and that's important because you do want to push against it with a decent amount of force, so you want it to be strong. So I'm happy with this. I like how it's going. I'm going to cut some more pieces and see you back at the wall very soon. Okay, so I've chopped and linseed oil the pieces I need to carry on up the wall. But in the meantime, while I let that dry just a little bit, let's go investigate the lime to see if it's had a chance to dry out a bit. Still a bit soupy, but you know what? I want to get this done, so I'm gonna put it in the tray and allow it to dry out a little bit. And get to that after lunch. So if I spread it out and leave it in the sun, it should be a little easier to work with. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon, and I just got back from a glorious walk, about an hour and a half, where I walked to the local village, met my friend for coffee, and wandered on back. I just got home. I've got a bag of pine cones and pine needles for my fire. I'm gonna get the fire on, and then I'm gonna carry on with work. It looks like the stuff I need to keep going with the wall is dry, and the lime that I need to keep going with that wall is also dry enough to use. It's not gloopy anymore. So I'm just gonna keep pushing on. I really would love to get both of these jobs done today and then move on to a different phase of the shower starting tomorrow. So I'm gonna get out of my walking clothes and get back into the work clothes and finish this stuff off. So this is tricky work. I'm standing on my toilet, balancing a tub of lime kind of sideways. So I'm just gonna crack on with this and check in when it's all finished. All right, that'll do. I've basically just plugged in the top above the wall, so it looks like that. And then I can build the clay up so it looks like that, all the way to the top. So you won't even know what's lurking behind there, and everything will look nice and uniform. Okay, so with that done, let's finish this wall. Okay, wall done. It's a little squinty, but it'll do. It'll hold clay, I think, and we'll find out very soon, because my next task on the list is to cover this sky with clay so that I can then start working on the other side. So I'm happy with this. I'm happy it's done. I'm quite exhausted. It's been a pretty long day, but a very rewarding day. And so yeah, I'm gonna call it on work for today, chill out for the rest of the night, and relax. Probably spending a lot of time staring at this beautiful new partial wall. Okay, let's wrap stuff up there. I'm so happy to have that wall section with the wood finally up. I don't have the plaster on just yet, but that's gonna come in the next video, I expect, along with figuring out plumbing, getting the window finally recessed in there, and who knows what else. So I'll say goodbye from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about why I'm doing something, there's probably some reason. Maybe I just didn't explain it in the video, so do ask me questions. If you have any suggestions, put them down in the comments as well. I really do love hearing from people, and I always respond. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Part 4 is coming soon. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.